Well, welcome back to Bourbon Riders. We're back at the Appalachian Bourbon Society, and today we're doing an Old Forester distillery blind. Okay, well, we couldn't. We found out, what did we have, like 12 bottles from Old Forester?
Yeah, it's close to 12. It's 11 or 12.
And I'm sorry, that's just too many to do in a blind. So we picked what we felt were the most common ones and the most interesting ones for today's blind. So Daniel, I'll let you go first. What do we have? What are we going to be sampling?
So the first one here is the Old Forester Statesman, coming in at 95 proof.
Wow. I don't have that. I've tasted it in the past, but it's been a long time, so I won't prejudge the blind on that one. Daniel, what happened to the 1897 here?
Somebody here likes it, apparently.
Was it Jamie? Jamie?
Yeah, she likes that one.
It's you? Okay. This is also of the Whiskey Row, my favorite. So the 1897 is a bottled in bond coming in at 100 proof.
So up next we have the Old Forester 1870 original batch. This one's 45% alcohol or 90 proof, and it's also part of the Whiskey Row series.
And another one of the Whiskey Row, probably one of the most popular ones out there because of the proof, the Old Forester 1920 at a whopping 115, also part of the Whiskey Row.
So keeping with that theme, we have the Old Forester 1910. This one comes in at 93 proof, and again, it is part of the Whiskey Row series.
Now, I will tell you, Daniel, that was the first Old Forester I ever tasted and got me into the rest of the Whiskey Row. I just fell in love with it, going like, wow, that is something completely different. What was the first Old Forester you ever tasted?
The first one I had was probably that 1897 bottled in bond right there.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was my
You know,
first
that,
Old
and
Forester.
that's not anywhere near the most popular. I think the 1910 followed by the 1920 is the most popular. 1897 falls down a few things, and
Yeah.
wow, yeah. If it wasn't for the 1910, I don't know that I even have a show, because not Old Forester was really got me really going on the channel. This is a little bit hard, a little bit harder to find, and a lot more controversial. Old Forester 1924, their 10-year-old at 100 proof. And the reason it's controversial is mostly because of the price, right?
Yeah, it's a
And
lot more
being-
expensive than the rest.
And being hard to find. Now,
Yes.
I was lucky. This is your 1924. I was lucky to find a 1924 at the end of last year in a loyalty program. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have two 1924s.
Well, I got lucky and got some help funding that one, or I wouldn't have that one. So, but next up, I have a Old Forester single barrel. This is one of the black labels, which are 100 proof, but this is a single barrel from Old Forester, and these are a little harder to get your hands on as well.
Very hard to find. I can actually find the blue label single barrel, which is a store pick in a
Yes.
lot of bottle shops. I can find that pretty easy, and that's usually around 126 proof, something like that.
Yeah, 125 to 130 range, usually what those fall
And
in. I've got a couple of them back there, but like you said, we couldn't taste all of them. So
and one of the reasons we took that out of the running, because the proof is so much different from the rest of these, we thought it wouldn't be a fair competition. So basically, what did we, about 90 to 115 is basically our range here.
yes, sir.
Well, and the last one is kind of an anomaly. If you're not in Texas, you may not have never seen this one. Old Forester King Ranch. This is a limited edition, only available in Texas, and it's 105 proof. And I had to trade for that one with a friend on the friend of the channel. So
I have never had that one.
oh, that is interesting. If you like smoky, you're going to like the King Ranch.
Think you'll be able to pick it out of a blind?
I think I can pick the King Ranch out of the blind and the 1920. The rest of them, I'm not so sure about.
Well, we'll see if you're right.
Yeah, so we're going to take a little break here and set up. In the meantime, we got some interesting info you're going to want to hear about. All right. Well, we're back. We've got this all set up. Uh, Daniel's lovely assistant, Jamie, has poured this. We have no idea which is which, but we're matched up. Are we not, Jamie? Left to right?
From left to right.
So you're the host with the most. Left or right, Daniel? Which way would you like to go?
Let's start on the right this time and work our way to the left.
All right. Oh, and I've got snacks.
You might need them with all these.
The bar and almost grill is open. I like snacks with this to help with the cleansing the palate. And we have water too. So we're going to start on our right. All right. The challenge is on. The gauntlet is down. Yeah, I would say, well, you know what? I think it's Old Forester, Daniel. What do you think?
I believe you might be correct on that one.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Best
caramel.
guess I've made all year.
Caramel brown sugar
I would agree with that.
to me. There's a hint
A
of
light candy sweetness.
yeah, and a little bit of spiciness there.
I
Just
also,
a little.
I also get a little bit of oak there too.
Yeah.
Wow. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. In the first sip of the day, a little bit of ethanol there, but I think that's first sip of the day.
Yeah, and for me, my palate, I'm trying to remember what I had a Chick-fil-A earlier. Maybe that spoiled it. I don't know. It's a little bit low on the side of taste for me for the Old Forester. It doesn't have that punch of the 1910 or the 1897.
So
Watch me be wrong
you're
about
thinking
that.
that's one of the lower proofs?
I don't know. I know the last time I had the 1870, it was my least favorite just because that punch of flavor wasn't there. It was in the other ones.
Right.
It reminds me of the 1870, but it is the first one. I'm probably entirely wrong, so let's go on to the next one.
There's something else there. Just can't quite put can't put a word with it.
Yeah, me either. Does smell good, but it is definitely different than the first one.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Cheers. Definitely got the fruit.
buddy. It didn't seem real complex to me.
No, it's more of a one note. It definitely got the fruit there, for sure.
I thought the sweetness was okay.
Yeah, not much of a finish on it. Not very viscous.
Well, so far, all three have different aromas.
Yeah,
I'm getting kind of a fruitiness in this one too, but
it's a sweeter fruitiness though. To
yeah.
me, I mean, there's still some brown sugar there.
You know what this reminds me of? Candy corn. The sweetness, the smell. It reminds me of candy corn.
I don't know that I'm quite getting candy corn, but it's definitely a sweetness
Mm.
there.
Cheers,
Cheers.
buddy. That one is. I don't know what to
That's
think about that one.
that's different than the first two for sure. And my nose is not the best. I've been congested.
I'm getting some smokiness with that one.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yep. And this should be E.
Yes, this is E.
Okay.
Now this one looks a little darker than the first three.
Ooh. This one,
Is that the 1924?
I don't know, man. I'm almost smelling like, for me, chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the other one with the,
This is like a chocolate covered cherry to me. There's a little bit of
yeah,
hint of cherry there.
that is wonderful smell. To me, this has got the best aroma so far. Wow. I don't know. I thought it smelled better than it tasted.
It's not bad. Haven't had anything bad. Just some are better than other.
Yeah, I was really hoping for chocolate covered cherries in the palate.
Yeah, it doesn't really come through.
Nope.
We're back to caramel brown sugar for me.
Kind of like the first one.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, while we're doing this, what is it about the 1897 that you like better than the other ones?
I like the sweetness.
You like the sweetness?
It's not as fruity, I guess, this way, but it's a little sweeter. It's a little more mellow for me.
The mellowness, I totally agree with. The sweetness, I think the 1910 has the same sweetness, but it is spicy. The 1910 is
It does have a
very,
little bit more
it's like the
spice.
spice bomb of the whiskey road. And 1920, well, that's the proof bomb of the,
And I tend to go more towards the sweeter, but as far as Old Forester, they're
mm.
they're my favorite so far. I haven't found one I don't like.
Would you like D?
Did I like these?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. That's probably my favorite one so far.
I've got three tied, so I'm in trouble.
Somebody's gonna be going back sampling again, is what it
I
sounds
got
like.
I got three tied so far. All right, so now we're because when we get through here, we gotta take one off.
Yeah,
At least one, if not two.
yeah. That's back to the fruit.
I would agree. I would say, but maybe a little lighter fruit,
Yeah, a little lighter.
maybe
fruit.
more citrusy,
Yep. Not as sweet
not as sweet,
as the
and
last one. Still smells delicious, but
does. That one's pretty good.
yeah, that's
That one, a lot of the aromas didn't translate into the palate. This
this one translates.
went right to the palate. So it was
Yeah.
like, fruity and delicious.
All right.
So we got two more to go.
two more.
On to B. B for best.
Might be.
This is back to me, the caramel molasses brown sugar.
Almost like a little bit of tobacco.
You know, you haven't tasted the um, King Ranch.
King Ranch one.
I
Yeah.
haven't tasted the Black Label single barrel. So we both have
Have one we hadn't tried.
that is going to be found us.
Which all of these are the same mash bill, correct? Except for the 1924. The 1924 is a different mash bill.
Um, I would say a lot of them are the same mash bill. Um, but I'll research that and
Yeah,
put that down on the bottom.
I
If
think that's correct. I could be
yeah.
wrong.
Um,
The 1924 shares the same mash bill as the King of Kentucky, if I am not mistaken.
really?
Yes.
Have you ever had the King of Kentucky?
I have not, sir.
Me neither. If you want to send a sample, I'll give you my address.
You still on B? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to give it a score. That's got a little more spice, a little more pepper to it. I've got too many of them tied, that's for sure. And what I'm going to do is go back to the low ones and make sure they're still low and then eliminate them.
Yeah, I've got a three-way tie over here now myself.
Your numbers are much higher than mine. You must
Well,
have
I'm
gone
scoring
1
out of
through 10.
10,
I was
yeah.
going 1 through 5 and
Yeah.
going like, damn.
Yeah.
So the last one. Well, you did a good job, Jamie, because I have no idea except for maybe one of them. Maybe. Which one? I mean, we got our group of fruits. We got our group
Yeah.
of molasses brown sugar caramels. And past that,
That's
I'm not sure I can tell you.
yeah.
All right. So, your challenge, Daniel, is to eliminate 2 of them. I'm going to eliminate 2. I'm just going to go back to them.
We taking them down or just pushing them out? What?
We're
how you
going
wanna-
to push them out.
All right.
So, we're just going to go down since Jamie, tell me we're going to go from right to left. So, what? I'll exclude this one. Leave this one. What was H?
H was the Old Forester, 1897.
Ooh. I didn't rank it as much as I thought I would. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one you said you would pull out of here, wasn't it?
Ooh, it was one of the. It was in the first. It was in the first set that went out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Scoring here.
All right, so we're going to go to G.
G,
What was no? What was? Because we're going to leave F for last. What was G?
Yeah.
G was 1920.
1920.
Mm.
All right. So skip F and go to E.
I thought that. I thought B was the 1920. Anyways, we're going to skip F and go to E.
E was 1910.
Okay.
You know, I pushed that out in the first round. And that's what got me into the Whiskey Road. Dang. And the Statesman is still in here somewhere, isn't it?
Yes. I thought that would have been the first to go.
Wow. So the 1910, I eliminated early. Did you eliminate it early?
Yeah, it was one of them. So 6.75 out of 10 is what I scored it.
It was a 3 out of 5 for me. Dang. I'm going to get kicked off the Old Forester wish list, that's for sure.
I can't believe the Statesman's still here.
Yeah, the statement is still there in play somewhere. So, Jamie, what was letter D?
I'm sorry to tell you, it was the King Ranch.
Wow.
You know, I thought the one I left was the King Ranch. So, there again, oh man, D was King Ranch.
Yeah,
It did make it past the first round of cut.
it did. Well, let's see, where did I put that one?
What did you have? What's your score on that?
7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. That's the first time I've had it. I enjoyed it.
What would have been your third place one?
That was my third place. Okay.
So, letter C is in Charlie, Jamie. What did we have for C?
1870.
I can't believe that I gave that a 4 out of 5. Normally, 1870, I don't. It's good, but not a 4.0. But tonight, dang,
What did I rank C, Boo?
it beat out the King Ranch. Mm.
That was my fourth place. 1870. Okay.
So the
Do you know what my fourth place was?
fourth was
1870.
1870 as well.
How about that?
Blinds are evil.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen when you put it in a blind.
So, bravo, letter B, Jamie.
Letter B was the single barrel black label.
Okay.
Now, I was kind of like mid-level with that. It was neither high nor low. How did you rank that?
6.75 out of 10, but that was one of my three-way ties.
It was one of my four-way ties.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's good.
So,
that leaves us. So you're telling me the Statesman and the 1924 are still in here?
That's correct.
6.5 hours later.
cancel my channel now, please.
All right. So please tell me we didn't pick the Statesman's first. What was A?
Ready? Was the Statesman.
Okay.
Whew,
For the second.
whew. I would never survive this if it was.
Man, and if you look at that bottle of Statesman, it's not one that I go to.
I mean, I've tasted in the past. I don't own it, and most of my opinion is from other people that have poo-pooed it. I don't own a bottle, and because it had such a bad reputation, I thought I'm not spending money on it.
That's all that's gone out of my bottle of the Statesman.
You'll have to change that now.
So that leaves us.
Especially after this, hey, Daniel, where's that Statesman? We want to give a pour.
Yeah. So at least we both picked the 1924 as our first place.
1924 was F.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
only
that's
got
the
one
one.
thing right. I said the 1924 was my favorite. I've actually proved that to be true.
Yeah.
The rest, though, Mike, you need to go back to the drawing board. If you'd asked me, 1924 would have come in first, King Ranch would have come in second. What was your pre-pepis? What was your idea of what would have been
So
first and second?
I like you. I would have had the 1924 in first place. I think that's definitely the best of the lineup. Now after that, I would have probably told you the 1924 for me. I'm sorry, the 1920, not the 1924. Would have been my second place. I haven't had the King Ranch, so I didn't really know where it would fall in the ratings
Yeah,
or the
well,
rankings.
it fell right in the middle for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
it's good. I'd love to acquire a bottle of it at some point. So I guess I'm gonna have to make a trip to Texas.
Well, I got a friend in Texas, so maybe I'll hook you up.
Please do.
This is unusual for me and for the channel. Typically, we don't do a blind that has 8
Yeah,
whiskeys or
That's-
bourbons. That's
that's a lot.
that's a lot to do, and there's a lot of flavors, and there's always because you can try cleansing your palate all you want to. That flavor is going to blend from one into the other, and it's going to affect the outcome. And I think to some degree that probably happens. So maybe if you did fewer, you would have a different outcome.
Yeah,
But
here's the thing about this blind too. We could do it again tomorrow, and I promise you, it would be in a different order.
my King Ranch would be second, that's for sure.
But that is the beauty of a blind to me. In on the given day, what do you rank it? Because what you rank it tomorrow, your palate may be a little different tomorrow. And that's why I say everybody's palate's different. You have to try some of this stuff for yourself. Figure out what flavor profiles you like. But if you're just getting into bourbon, Old Forester's definitely a good one to start with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All of them were excellent bourbons.
Yes.
And if I poo-pooed Statesman in the past, well, I'm going to have to eat my words now.
Yeah.
It's not a bad bourbon. I think maybe it's got a bad reputation. Maybe you should give it a second chance.
Yeah, I'll definitely be revisiting mine because, like I said,
I'll be revisiting yours too, since I
Yeah.
don't have one.
there you go. We'll get you a sample bottle or something to take home with you. How about
Wow.
that?
So we hope you enjoyed this special from Ella J with the Appalachian Bourbon Society. We'll put a link for their Facebook page, so please consider joining that, and please consider being a channel member. That helps support our channel so we can do more crazy shit like this, right, Daniel?
That's right. And as always, please drink responsibly and tune in or hit that like and subscribe button. I messed that up, Mike.
Get your priorities right, Daniel.
I messed that up.
Always
Sorry,
hit-
that's a blooper.
try it again.
I don't even know what I was going to say there, honestly.
Drink responsibly, don't drink and drive.
What?
As always, please drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and hit that like button for Daniel because Daniel has a hard time saying it.
Yeah. Hit that like button, subscribe, and leave us a comment down below and let us know what you think of this and how you would think you would rate the Old Forester lineup.
Absolutely. So we'll see you next time from Ella J and the Appalachian Bourbon Society.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm out of 24.
Damn, what kind of bar is this? No stools. They're on the outside, not the inside.